ever done something and you were like, what was I thinking? Like, I just snapped on that person for no reason. Or I just ate the chocolate cake over it, like the whole thing, and didn't even barely taste it. Or, man, I just screwed up the play that coach called in a timeout literally 5 seconds ago. What was I thinking? And what we know is that we call handling stressful situations, tense moments, being clutch. But most people have no idea what's happening in their brain in these moments of downing a chocolate cake or snapping on a referee or forgetting a play to help train their brain to be able to come up clutch in tough moments. So very, very basic and briefly, we need to back up about 50,000 years to get this story out. First off, at that time, humans, I want you to imagine if you hold up your fist right now. Are you holding up your arm? Put your hand in a fist. Your arm and fist is what the average human had for a brain. It was pretty simple. We're going to call this part of your brain at this time the lizard brain. And its one job was made to help you survive. And the way it did that was by scaring the crap out of you to keep you safe. So I'm going to call it the 4 F's, but let's imagine you were walking through the wilderness, hunting for food, and you came across a fresh tiger track. Well, this guy's freaking out. And his first F is flight. Get out of here. Pumping hormones, adrenaline in so that you can sprint back to your tribe. However, all of a sudden on your trail ride home, run home, you come across the tiger. And so the second F that this brain now is telling you as that tiger comes at you is not flight anymore, it's now fight. So flight and fight were the first 2 F options that this brain would lead us to do. The 2 other F options were food, fit in. All right, so find food and fit in, meaning don't take a risk and get kicked out of your tribe. Because if you get kicked out, unless you're Jason Bourne, you're dead. And so 50,000 years ago, this brain worked great for us. It kept us safe, but it didn't want us to push our comfort zones at all. But now fast forward to present where we are today, and our brain has evolved. And it allows us to solve problems, to predict the future, to analyze the past. And it made what looks like that big, all the googly stuff in our brain. Now the challenge is, that has become the rational thinking part, the part that allows us to remember the play, or tell us to not snap on a referee when they make a bad call, or to not eat the chocolate cake even though we're stressed. But the challenge is that we have this rational brain and the lizard brain operating at the same time within our body. So it's like a mini battle going on back and forth. The challenge is when people have dungeon days or they get really tired, like it's at the end of your game or your performance, and you're exhausted. That's when our logic and rational brain begins to shut down, and we have what we call lizard moments, where we snap or we do things that are just like, what was I thinking? And the truth is, the better part, the thinking part of your brain wasn't thinking. And so, a couple questions on our training activities today. Number 1, have you ever had a lizard moment? What does that lizard moment look like to you? What did you do? And third, in the next video, we're going to show you a simple practice that's going to help to calm your lizard brain that wants to freak out in stressful moments. Because now, your stressful moments aren't getting chased by tigers, but rather they're big moments of 5 seconds left in the game, and you're on the edge of either winning or losing, or the day leading up to your big game, where your brain is feeling pressure, it's feeling stress, and your lizard brain saying, get out of here. We want to be able to train yourself to take a breath and use that fear, use that sense of stress to be able to help you perform at your best.